My name is Vera Adhiambo Ochiel, a certified special needs teacher with more than 2 years experience in teaching. I am a member of the Special Educational Professionals, which deals with children who are differently abled. I also have a black belt from the 1 Million team in partnership with Queen's University. I'm also a mentor at Hope Wildlife Kenya, currently seeking a new environment that will enable me expound my professional growth and also enhance and create a platform for me to grow professionally. My interests are teaching and getting to learn. My hobbies include volunteering, giving back to the community, and reading. It's because of my passion for helping learners attain their maximum potential. Also, I know that I have the right skills, abilities, and attitude to become a special needs teacher. Extracurricular activities that I involve myself include horse riding, swimming, and games, also project making like maths. All these are good for psychomotor development for children with special needs. And yes, I can coach them and also supervise. With special needs, it's all about the developmental milestone of the child. But yes, I have dealt currently with children from ages 3 years to 24 years. Some of the subjects include activities of daily living. This may include things like toilet training. Also, we have cognitive skills like literacy and numeracy. We have psychomotor skills. We have environmental skills. We have digital literacy, sensory motor and creative activities, environmental skills, pre-vocational skills, communication skills, social and literacy skills. Each child has his or her own IEP. It's from the IEP that I get to know what each child needs to do each day and the activities to be done. And then from there, I get to gather the resources that I need for the day. This may include things like flashcards. My IEP also helps me to create a lesson plan, which helps in creating a visual timetable for each child so that they may be able to know what they are supposed to do each time and at what time. The lesson plan includes fine motor activities like beading, tearing, puzzles. This may help the child in areas like concentration, attending skills, eye-hand coordination, among others. Also, the lesson plan has cognitive skills like numeracy, which may include numbers, getting to know about numbers, rote counting, numbers matching, numbers recognition, also literacy activities like colors, transport, getting to know about transport, clothes that we wear. Also, in the lesson plan, it has to indicate whether a child needs to see an individualized occupational therapy session or a music session or a physiotherapy session, or whether the child needs to go to a speech and language pathologist so that they may be able to know where they're supposed to go and at what time during the day. We use a number of them like scaffolding, worksheets, discussions, but the two main ones that I use include direct instructions and games. So with direct instructions, I go to the child and verbally or physically prompt them into doing something. You may find that there are some children who may need full physical and verbal prompts, while others require very minimal prompts. Games as a method of instructions, we usually begin our day with rhyme songs, where you find that some kids really look forward to it and they even get to request for the songs which they want us to sing. Before we start any cognitive skill that includes numeracy or literacy, we have to sing a song that relates with either the numeracy or literacy. This helps them to even improve on their attention. We also have fine motor skills, which relates to playing, but in real sense, they are learning. Find them engaging in fine motor activities, which is very important in children, especially those who are autistic and also those who have Down syndrome. Also, you'll find them singing rhymes, since play is one of my methods of instructions. Also, you'll find them engaging in cognitive skills like numeracy or literacy. In literacy, you may find them engaging in colors, sounds, among others. In numeracy, you'll find them working out numbers where they get to recognize or match. For those who are able to do basic literacy or basic numeracy, we give them worksheets where we get to evaluate their progress. Also, through the IEP, which helps us in tracking the progress of the child based on the objectives that was laid out. Also, through frequent assessments, which helps in coming out with the next plan. Also, through informal observation, where you get to observe a child and see where the progress is and what needs to be done or what needs to be added or what has been achieved. Through projects, where you give a child something like a math and then you see from the end output, that in itself is also a method of assessment. Then we have portfolios, where a child has worksheets from when he or she began till where you are now, and then you get to see how it has been and what or where are the gaps. Also, through asking oral questions, and you get to see how a child reacts. Also, through listening, especially if you are assessing on communication and social skills, you get to see how a child responds to something. We haven't used Smartboard, but yes, we do use technology. We do incorporate it, as it is a form of multisensorial approach to our special needs kids. We use them. We have monitors and desktops where they get to watch short educational clips. Also, when we're having a topic like, for example, transport, I get to put a PowerPoint presentation where they get to see the actual and specific means of transport that we are talking about, and also the sounds that are made from the specific means. I always get to anticipate what can upset the balance of the class and of a specific child in general, and always go a step ahead to prevent it. But in case it happens, let's say for example, for those who are making noise, I will usually have picture cards where I just point at them and then they know they need to be quiet. This one has already been oriented to them and they know a certain card means we need to be quiet. And for example, for those who are non-attentive, I just walk slowly and redirect them back to task using nonverbal cues like pointing without disturbing the class. As a special needs teacher, challenges and problems are part and parcel of us. It's what that makes us special needs teachers, and we always have to find a way of solving them. So one of the difficult encounters that I had was when a child who was used to being left like that, so when he came to school, he found that there is a specific routine and structure that he has to follow, and he didn't take that lightly. So he used to really cry and soil his clothes, and it could really affect the other kids that no work was done. So what we did, what I personally did, since I believe in a multisensorial and a multidisciplinary approach, I had to involve a behavioral therapist, a speech and language therapist, and an occupational therapist to help me solve the problem, and it worked. So nowadays he does his work very quietly and has already been integrated into the school system. We usually hold regular meetings, and from there a professional may come and suggest to you something, and it's always worth trying it. Also, a very good example that I'm flexible: during my teacher training, I was at a secondary school where it's purely teacher centered. The pupil totally depends on you as a teacher. So when I came to the special needs, where it's more or less learner centered, you get to follow the lead of a child after giving them options, and then you see what they like, and then you help them build themselves and explore themselves to their fullest potential based on what they like. So the transition from a teacher centered to a learner centered really proved and showed that I could be flexible. Also, when to offer direct instruction to a learner in a special school is totally different from a regular school where you have to offer direct instruction at all times. This simply shows that I am flexible.